Give me 5 minutes and I'll show you why in 2025 you don't need to hire a marketing agency to do a complete market research for your product or for your new business idea. Also, you don't need to spend months on this market research if you want to do it by yourself. All you need to do is to know the right marketing tools and know how to use them correctly. Since we live in the age of AI, all you need to do is to master these AI tools and they will do 99% of the market research for you. You don't need to do interviews. You don't need to find people for these interviews. You don't need to summarize them to find the insights manually. And you don't need to do any of the annoying outreach, like messaging people without getting any replies. Because I always knows almost everything and can do 99% of the job that you want to do. Of course, every time I'm talking about AI, it's usually, yes, you can start with AI, you can do the base that you will use later, but then you can check everything manually to make it clear and to make sure that it's not a bad data. You can also conduct like 2-3 interviews to prove the point that you got, but still it's the best starting point that you can get. And probably if you do it manually, you will spend maybe months, or you will spend kind of a lot of money for the agency to do it for you. So I recommend starting with AI and then proving it with actual people, which will take you, I don't know, maybe 1 day maximum. So here is the example of what you can get with marketing tools. This is, for example, market analysis. Everything is well structured. You get all the data. You don't need to study marketing to understand what's written there, which is also a great advantage of tools like this. Here is another example, competitor finder. You can find, like, you can create reports and find all the competitors that you should study to know the insight, to understand what they are doing and how you can be different from them, what will be your competitive advantage, and so on and so forth. Also, you can analyze competitors mostly with their landing page and understand what's can be used in your product and what should you probably get inspired of, what should you change. Also, it already analyzes what's good and what's bad according to the data that it has about the audience, about the product, about the market. And you can always go deeper if you need a more detailed report about something. For example, you need a market calculation for a pitch deck or whatever, everything. You can create this new report, wait for some minutes, and you will get an information about any topic that you want. So all of this can be done in less than 1 hour with the help of AI. You don't need to study anything. You don't need to research anything manually. You just need to describe your product, your niche, make some like introduction about the product that you are building, you want to build, or you already built and want to grow. So the only thing that you provide is that the basic info about your business, or just a link if you already have a good landing page where everything is described. Now I'll just quickly describe the report that we got, what AI can do for you and why this is important. So basically it's 3 steps that you need to do if you are doing a market research. The first one is like the basic one, the fundamental market analysis, so that you understand the environment. I'd say manually you can do it in 5 hours. In AI powered tool you can do it in like a couple of clicks. Why it's important? Because first of all, you understand the customer behavior and how you can leverage it in your product, in your service, in the customer journey map that you provide. Also, you can learn about popular strategies that your competitors use right now. I mean, any product should know the competitors, should know the features, should know the peculiarities, so that you can stand out, so that you can understand what other customers need and why one tool is more popular than the other one. Also, of course, one of the most important parts is trends, because product doesn't exist in vacuum. You always need to adapt, and you always see what's changing, what's new, and what new features or services you need to add. Also, AI can provide information about outdated practices, because you don't want to do a product for an old market that already changed. Of course, there are some things that AI can help you with the growing in the like next stage of your business. First of all, it's audience segments that you can expand to. So you probably are building a tool for teachers now, and then later when you already have the product and the audience, you can think about going B2B and provide services for university schools and whatever. And also AI can give you some pivot ideas if you need them later. Next, in the market research, you need to analyze the competitors. And of course, before you analyze them, you need to find these competitors. And it's kind of manual job. Not everybody is using SEO. Not all the businesses can be found on Google as well. So it's kind of routine job that takes some time. I'd say it's like probably 15 hours to find all of them, and it's not a like job that you will finish once. You will always come back to searching for competitors because new players enter the market, and also some of them are not easy to find. You probably will find them later because their main approach is, I don't know, direct sales or outreach, and they're not that popular on SEO or social media. So it's also a very routine and manual process, and AI can help you with this. And instead of searching for it manually, like clicking into social media accounts and searching Google and outreaching people, you can just use AI and it will give you all the competitors that your business, your product, your idea has. It can be direct competitors, for example, same solution like yours. It can be indirect competitors, the players that solve the same problem, but it's another solution format. So, for example, you provide a software and they do it as a service. And also, one thing to remember, there are always corporations that you can find easily. There are niche leaders that are a little bit more tricky to find, and there are new players that expand through channels that never been used before. And after you found the competitors, of course, you need to analyze them. And the easiest analysis that can be done is through the landing page to understand who are them, what are they, what services are they providing, and who are their customers. There will be also some reviews that you can analyze. So everything can be done with AI as well. And it can be done is just a couple of clicks. All you need to do is insert the link, and then AI summarizes everything and gives you insights that you can use, the good things about the product and the bad things that you can take advantage of. So these are three main parts of market research that AI can help you with, and now I'm going to show you how it looks like in the platform itself. So now we go to FounderPal to see how it works on the platform. For market research, we open market research tools, and then we see these three steps that we already done in Miro. First one is market analysis. This is an example for FounderPal tool for AI-powered marketing platform. Everything that I was just describing is presented here, and you can get here with just clicking one button, generate. And if you have any other information that you want to add here, like any insights that AI probably is not aware of, you can always add them so that your response, your results are more personalized. The next tool is Competitor Finder, and here is an example of report that I got. Here is a list of competitors, as I told, direct ones, like these are big companies, corporations, and also some niche leaders who are a bit smaller. Also, then there is a list of indirect alternatives that your potential customers might use to solve the problem that you are solving by your tool. And the good thing is that you can generate as many reports as this as you want, and you can tell AI which exactly competitors you need. For example, if you don't want to see corporations on the list, you just unclick them. And if you don't want to see indirect competitors, you also just unclick and get a new report that will only consist of the tools that you want and up to date if there are new players, for example, appeared recently. And the last one is Competitor Analyzer. Here you can analyze as many websites, landing pages of your competitors as you want. All you need to do is just to enter the website link, add any comments if you need. And if you probably know some insights about these competitors already, and then you get a big report with product insights, with positioning insights, and also with marketing insights. And as I already told, if this information is not enough and you need something more, for example, you need to calculate your Tam Sam Som for pitch deck for investors or whatever, you can always go to deep research and then create a new research that you want. So, for example, this one is about Tam Sam Som. I just generated it and it took 2 minutes for AI to summarize everything. And now I get all the data, I get summary, key numbers and takeaways, next steps, and then also small tasks that can be also useful in Tam Sam Song to for you to understand it better, the calculation behind and all the numbers. And it's not the only thing that you can do for market research. Um, you can always pick a template that you want. For example, for market, there are like 15 templates that you can use. And even if you don't know what you exactly want, you can get inspired and you can see what else you can explore with the help of AI. That's pretty much it. Now, what you can do is go to FounderPal and try it by yourself. The first step that you need to do is to describe your business. If you already have a landing page, it will do it for you. You just need to insert the link and write all the peculiarities about your business if there are some more that are not covered on the landing. And then AI can do a complete holistic market research for you. Even if you just have an idea, then you describe the idea and work with AI to help on all the steps that we just saw in this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was a little bit useful for you and now you know where to start the market research for your product, even if you are planning to do it manually with the help of this 3-step market research, or if you want to try FounderPal to let AI help you with the market research.